guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, Viva Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo kind of shocked the world today when he announced on May 4th he's going to be fighting Danny Jacobs, the IBF title holder. That's really big news considering the great year Canelo had last year. He eked past Gennady Golovkin in the rematch of their fight.
Yeah, he was pretty beat up.
Yeah, and then 3 months later, he moved back into the boxing ring, still kind of cut over the eye.
Yeah.
And picked up a secondary, but still important, 168-pound belt.
Kind of like a showcase fight for his first fight on DAZN.
Yeah, against Rocky Fielding. It was a great performance. Canelo looked great. So I was kind of wondering myself, well, who's he going to fight in May? That's a big weekend, Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Yeah.
They just gave Canelo $1 bazillion to come over to DAZN.
Well, we had just kind of talked about like the possibility of a third match
with Golovkin.
With Golovkin.
Yeah.
And did DAZN just sign him too?
I think he's got offers on the table from several different places.
And so that was kind of the thought process,
yeah.
right? That the DAZN would sign Golovkin, and then you'd have.
And they still might sign Golovkin.
Yeah, that could all still happen, but it's not happening May 4th.
It's not happening May 4th. He's fighting Danny Jacobs. As like my personal opinion, I would prefer Canelo fighting Danny Jacobs on May 4th because I haven't seen that fight.
Yeah, it's new and fresh, you know?
Okay, so you feel the same way.
Yeah, like I want to see. I wasn't that excited because, okay, so we just talked about in a video where I was like, okay, if you give me Canelo Golovkin and it's a pay-per-view, I don't really want to pay for that because I've already seen it twice and I feel confident that Canelo's the better fighter.
Yeah.
So I don't want to pay, $70, $100 for that. But like, yeah, against Danny Jacobs, a lot of people say Danny Jacobs beat Golovkin.
Some people think that, yeah.
It would be really great to see him against
Canelo. And I don't think, the way I understand it is whoever he fights in May 4th is going to be on DAZN. It's not going to be a pay-per-view. So even if you throw that out the window, pay-per-view versus non-pay-per-view, I'd rather see Danny Jacobs fight Canelo because I haven't seen it before. And, frankly, I want to see Golovkin get out there and get some other fights under his belt, show that he's still an elite middleweight, and I think he is. I just want to see it. I think it's a good opportunity for him to kind of work on some things since his last Alvarez fight. Fought him 2 times. Well, Alvarez fought Golovkin twice in a row. Golovkin fought Alvarez, and then he picked up a win over Vanes Mataroshan, who hadn't been fighting in the ring in 2 years. But that's beside the point. Then he fought Canelo again. I'm excited about DAZN. I'm excited about DAZN middleweights. Golovkin has a decision to make. Is he going to be a DAZN fighter? Is he going to go to PBC? Is he going to go to ESPN with Top Rank Steel? Here's the thing. As it looks right now, with Canelo Alvarez, now Danny Jacobs, you got Dimitri Andrade, it seems reasonable to suggest that if you want the biggest fights, Golovkin, which is Canelo Alvarez, ultimately, then yeah, you should definitely sign with DAZN. Assuming all the money's there. I don't know. You should sign whoever's going to give you the money, probably. But that's just what I think.
Yeah.
And I love Jamal Charlo at middleweight. Maybe Jamal can come over too. We can get all the middleweight champions, all the people who at least have the ability to be middleweight champion, and throw BJ Saunders in there too. And let's see who's the best middleweight, truly the best middleweight. Right now, as you know, I prescribe to the idea that there are lineal championships in boxing. And to me, Canelo Alvarez is the lineal middleweight champion. He's the world middleweight champion. But what I love about Canelo, and what I think this shows in this fight, is that Canelo will fight anybody.
Yeah, that's been from the beginning. And I remember being at a press conference after one of Canelo's fights and Oscar saying that. And see, promoters say things like that.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot, actually.
Yeah, but in this case, like, it's actually true. Like, and I remember the way Oscar said it and the tone and kind of like he had happiness as a fighter, but there's also kind of like incredulous like tone to his voice because he's also a promoter. And he probably doesn't want Canelo to fight everybody at the time. But yeah, it's just really nice when you are used to boxing, maybe fighters this big taking their time, picking when and where they fight people, and waiting and things like that. I'm glad just to see Canelo get out there and do it. And I'm really glad that he did this early on in his career too. He did it with Floyd and lost that fight. And I'm just really glad that he got that loss out there early.
Out the way.
And, because my fear would be, if he didn't have that loss, would he be playing all this differently? And I think that maybe because he has that loss, we just get, like, Canelo just doing his best.
Canelo Unfiltered. And, you know, Canelo, Golovkin, they don't really like each other, it seems like actually like each other. But I think one thing they would agree on, and I think this is the most important thing, is they would want you, the viewer, that's you, to like, comment, and subscribe to Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. How can you go on, Ron? Hey, if your name is Ron, you kind of have to.
You have to subscribe
now,
comment,
okay?
and like now.
Yeah. But listen, how can you go on in your life without us? You just can't. We're your best friends.